Hey everybody, thank you for watching Aim for Survival. Today we're going to go ahead and lay out our budget Bugout survival kit. We're going to talk about a few changes that we're going to make. Stay tuned. Okay, here we are guys. Our kit's growing as the weeks progress and you start spending a little more and a little more money. Maybe you save up and buy better gear. However, we're going to take what we have right now and talk about some of the changes we're going to make. First off, to our shelter, it's a priority. However, I'm not going to be carrying this large bulky tarp with me. It's a personal choice. It's a great option. Check out the video on how to mod this tarp. I want to point out size difference in this tarp. It's a large bulky item. We were now able to add the small military style poncho and the hammock. Takes up about a third of the space, practically the same weight. I can't tell the difference. The space this saves in my pack allows me to add a few other things. I want to go ahead and note real quick that this was supposed to be a bug out kit. Simply put, it is the gear you need to get from point A to point B. Half this stuff you really don't need to have. However, if you can keep the weight down, there's no sense not having it. A few things we have added to the kit. A very important one is a tourniquet. This is a TK4 tourniquet, guys. You gotta think, why are you leaving? Why are you bugging out? Even in natural disasters, tornadoes, things like that, people get hurt. Maybe you're out crafting something with one of these tools, your knife slips, now you got an arterial bleed. You'll die in minutes if you don't have this, and it's very hard to improvise a proper tourniquet. Next, something I see people talk about all the time but rarely doing, you've got a road map. Guys, you need to know those highways, byways, and obstacles on your route. Your route may change due to situations. I found a hammock on clearance. It is winter, so camping gear is on sale. I did find a hammock for $5, and together, my new shelter system is still half the size of this tarp. I have added a Milar space blanket and a really cheap poncho. Again, I do have the other poncho, but you never know. I may need to leave my shelter. I might have another person with me. They may need this. In conjunction, this right here makes a small super shelter of sorts. I have added hand warmers. When you get cold, your dexterity is going to wane, guys. You're really going to be hurting at times, and at night you can take these and put them under your arms to help keep your core warm, along with a Mylar blanket, guys. You'll do pretty good. Of course, we added a fleece blanket. This is very multifunctional, and a lot lighter than wool. And I could understand why somebody would have an issue with it not being wool. However, it is very stretchy. It could be useful in first aid situations, possibly tying up an injured limb, wrapping an open cut. You can shred this up, make bandages. What else? Of course, we've added our triple antibiotic ointment, our super glue. Replaced the lighter with a quality lighter. This is a Bic, and I've added a little bit of extra tape just to make it that much more visible. I do have a ferro rod in here. I've added a high visibility lanyard. 5-in-1 multi-tool, guys. I'm starting to like this. Signaling for rescue is going to be very important. A small navigational aid, very important, along with that road map. Standing out in the middle is a small pocket saw, guys, a folding pocket saw. This came out of the SHTF mystery box along with the 5-in-1 mystery tool. If you haven't checked them out, check them out. Definitely a good way to get different gear. Added some trail bites, guys. You're going to need stuff that's real easy and quick. It says serving size of 2 bars. Has 190 calories from fat 60. You will have 29 grams of carbs per serving. Guys, that right there will get you through it. It's more of a mental game. You won't necessarily be worried about food, just mobility, getting from A to B. Again, I'm going to repeat this. Zip ties, because you never know when they're going to come in handy. Of course, we still will always carry a drum liner in all kits. Our tent stakes, a prepped out ridge line. Even with the Poncho shelter, the ridge line will be handy. Of course, a good container in case you have to stop and boil water. One thing I do see missing from this kit are water purification pills. They are being used in another video right now. However, they will go back into this kit and they will be waterproofed one way or another. I want to talk about real quick the bases we've covered. We have first aid, which comes first. Then we have shelter. Guys, you can bleed out in 2 minutes or less. You can freeze to death in 3 hours. A lot of this has been built around the shelter. I'd say more than half the kit. Notice I don't have no big axe, just a handsaw. This worked very well. Even with a ferro rod, if I didn't have a knife, I really could get by with just this handsaw. I have protected my core, my body temperature, as much as possible with these items. I'll know where I'm going, be able to get there, stay hidden, or be found one way or another. I do have a signaling device as well. I do have bank line, lightweight option, guys. For those who don't believe bushcraft and survival don't mix well, they haven't been practicing much, is all I'm going to say. This little bit of cord can make a lot of things easier on you. It can be used to fashion different tools, equipment to get you off the ground, or possibly tools. I am still carrying it, and every bit of this fits comfortably into the Czech Republic shoulder bag. Huge shout out to Sportsman's Guide. They sell 4 of these for $15. No excuse not to have one. No excuse not to have a kit in every car. Well, guys, that about covers it. Again, we are going to take the large tarp out. We've added a tourniquet, map, a poncho, shelter, a hammock, a little bit of grub, some hand warmers so that you can actually work your tools. I appreciate you watching this Aim for Survival bug out bag update. Guys, I'm going to pack this up real quick so that you see it all fits in this bag. Okay, so we got it all packed up, guys. Nice, neat, small package, probably about 8, maybe 9 pounds of water in it. We focused definitely on our shelter. Adding that tourniquet is a big improvement, something you need to do to all your kits. That TK4 is amazing. Get training, definitely seek training for using tourniquets. First aid comes first, then shelter. As you notice, we did focus on our shelter a little bit. We do have ponchos now instead of just a tarp. We do have Milar blanket and some hand warmers. Again, exposure will get you pretty quick as well. We do have some food in there. That's a mental thing, guys. A little bit of extra energy. You can go 3 or 4 days before your body actually starts to break itself down, but a little bit will help you get there. The road map, guys, don't talk about it, do it. Put it in there. In a bug out situation, you could have road closures. That interstate could be shut down. Those highways could be blocked by downed trees or anything, and you might have to change your route up. Very handy. Make sure you waterproof your road map. Know how to use it in conjunction with a compass. Study how to take a magnetic bearing and apply it to a map. Guys, I'm going to try to keep this short. Go ahead and say, I appreciate you watching Aim for Survival's Bug Out Survival Kit. If you haven't already, smash your like button, comment down below, subscribe to the channel. When you aim for survival, don't miss.